morning! I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. That's good. Ready for a crazy trial. We gotta get Maya out of jail again. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Oh my god. Maya, I was so sure. I'm like, well, we got Espella here to, like, take the brunt of all the accusations. Surely Maya can go one game without being falsely accused of murder. Nope. Hello everyone! Welcome on in to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. I am excited. Last stream ended insane. What the hell? Freaking Layton, it gets turned to gold by a witch. Falls, I think he like broke his arm off or something. That was insane. And of course, Maya Fey can't go 5 minutes without being accused of crimes. So we gotta defend her in court under the accusation of her being a witch. And Espella's trial, which we originally had 2 weeks for, I think we only have like 2 days for to continue investigating, so that's fun, that's cool. I'm sure that's gonna go well. Lots of crazy plot twists. I'm very excited to see where it goes. Oh look, I took so long the game reloaded. Let's get into it. The Witch's Court. I think Espella is our weird girl assistant now that Maya's up in a cage.
3 months ago, the alchemist that lived in this house was murdered, and now we've got a situation of our own. There on the floor, in front of a terrified Maya, was the professor, now completely made of gold. What the heck is going on? I thought the professor was supposed to be meeting with a storyteller. And to make matters worse, now Maya's accused of being a witch.
As it goes. As it goes. I mean, they're not completely unfounded in her being a witch stuff going on.
The trial of Maya Fey shall now begin, as scheduled.
As scheduled.
Knights of the court, are you ready to cross your swords of justice?
Hell yeah, let's cross our swords of justice. Knights of the court, that's sick. We should adapt this lingo into modern day. I want... I want to watch a trial and the judge goes, "Alright, knights of the court. It is okay because nothing bad ever happens here. Never ever." Hey!
Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum always has his sword ready for the work of justice.
Hell yeah, you do, Barnum. I like Barnum. He's pretty cool.
Defense ready, Your Honor.
Somebody get Phoenix a sword. He needs to be like Randolph-Skye. He needs to have his little, like, sword going on. His little katana.
At this stage, I just gotta give it all I've got.
Hell yeah. What is that face?
It would appear the defender has thrown down the gauntlet, Sir Barnum. Now, before we begin, may I have a word with you, defender?
Here, Your Honor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Last time we met, you stood in this court as an apprentice baker.
Are you not a baker anymore? Did you get fired?
In all honesty, when I saw you for the first time, I thought to myself, a baker should stick to bread baking.
Damn! Oh, he got us. Ooh, what do we have in our court record? Case outline. Accused Maya Fey charges witchcraft, turning Professor Layton into gold. Oh. The defense lawyer's case is over because he can no longer point. I have cut his arm off with my sword. And behind the painting, the wall behind the painting at the crime scene had been painted green. I wonder what that's gonna end up meaning. Profiles. Oh, Maya. Maya Fey, the defendant, accused of witchcraft and killing Layton with a gold transmutation spell. No, not killing Layton. That's... Oh. I'm sure they're gonna find a way to bring him back, but how funny would it be is that's how freaking Professor Layton goes. That's it. No more future games with him, no more appearances with him. This is how he dies. In a spin-off game. Jean Greer, butler to Belduc the Alchemist, has looked after his residence and research since his death. Do we have the... Okay. Do we only have, Ignace and Demir? Yeah. I'm sure we'll get the gold spell in our grimoire.
Is that so? What a fine first impression I made.
However, today you are not merely some befuddled maker of sweet buns. I'm obliged to fully recognize you.
A befuddled maker of sweet buns.
As a knight of law and justice,
put that on my
on
gravestone.
par with Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. No, he will never be on par with me.
Now may your duel begin. Fight bravely and expose the truth behind this heinous crime.
You got it, Your Honor.
All right, we're all counting on you, Inquisitor Barnum. I knew she was a witch as soon as I laid my eyes on her. She's got witch written all over her.
Damn. You heard it here. Phoenix has some sweet buns. Hell yeah.
Put the baker on trial. Bake the baker, I say.
Bake the baker. Phoenix, you should be used to this by now. This is just how it goes. You'll
Treat him like some sort of celebrity.
I think he is. I think he is.
He may be adored by the crowds, but when he pointed his sword my way, you managed to shield me from his accusations. Maya clearly isn't a witch, so surely your victory is certain.
Thank you for believing in me, Espella.
Oh, somebody's gotta.
Espella Cantabella.
Oh, hello.
I have given you leave to come to this trial today. However, that does not mean that the charges against you have been dropped. Rather than worry about others, you should consider your own situation.
Okay. She's a... Let's calm down here, Barnum.
Thank you for granting me your permission, Inquisitor.
Ooh. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin your opening statement. As you wish, my lord. As usual, let us commence this trial by first recounting the events, if it pleases you, Sir Blue Knight. As, you wish, Inquisitor. Still can't get used to this terminology. Prosecutor. Inquisitor. This heinous crime occurred in the residence of the late Newton Belduke, the alchemist. Here is the sketched plan of his residence. Fun. This room of a somewhat questionable nature is the alchemist's study in which the incident took place. Oh. Aww. The only ones present at the moment of the crime were the accused and the victim. No one else. Well, Phoenix was in the basement. He wasn't that far away. I'm surprised Phoenix didn't hear all this stuff going on. Like, I don't think that witch was very quiet when she showed up. The witnesses who arrived at the scene seconds later have indicated where they found the accused and the victim. Very well. This sketch is accepted as evidence. Cool. The accused took Sir Layton's life with the most cruel of magic. A living man 1 second, a golden statue the next. Such wickedness. Magic that turns things into gold? Sure, why not? Several townspeople rushed to the room and paid witness to the horror of this magic. The accused has been captured and charged. Goodness, that is terrifying. Rumors have reached me that the victim was a most scintillating man. I'm not quite certain whether it was prior to or after. But incidentally, was this Sir Layton not the same hat maker who attended our previous trial? No, he wasn't a hat Bizarre as it is, Sir Layton's profession and origin remain unknown. He was a stranger in this city. That is all we know. And you, sir, his acquaintance. You are an unusual presence in our city yourself. Really? What makes me stand out? Today's case certainly is peculiar. And that is not the last of the peculiarities, my lord. The alchemist study has been the scene of another strange incident in the past. Ah, yes, I remember it as it were yesterday. The mysterious death of Newton Belduke himself. Indeed, my lord. Regrettably, the only case of witchcraft still to remain unsolved in our fair city. The witch may have escaped her punishment back then. But perhaps today is the day on which both these mysterious crimes shall be solved. You're gonna accuse Maya for killing Belduke as well? Where is your reasoning for that even begin? What? What are you implying? Patience. You will know soon enough, Sir Suddenly Pale Blue Knight. How interesting. It seems that the Inquisition has something up their sleeve. Now, Inquisitor Bonham, you may begin. Thank you, my lord. The Inquisition summons the witnesses to this malicious crime of witchcraft. If only I'd made it to the room sooner. Maybe I could have prevented all this from happening. Probably not. I won't let Maya take the rap for this. I'll find every single crack in their testimony and prove it wasn't her. Alright, what witnesses do we got? Welcome to the Witch's Court, honorable witnesses. It's gonna be the lady, the older lady. It's gonna be, what was his name? Birdley Deltarune. It's gonna be, her, him, and probably the butler, Jean. Welcome to the Witch's Court, honorable witnesses. Now, let us hear your names and occupations. Just as Maya believes she's been there for 5 years, so does everyone believes she's been there for 5 years. Yeah, I figured that. I'm like, I was gonna rebuttal against his point being like, she's technically just got here. But I'm like, well, they all believe that they've been here for 5 years. But what would her connection have been with the alchemist? That is what I was like. What's the Inquisition gonna go with for that point? Oh yeah, this guy. I saw him in the background. Amir again. I'm known far and wide as Amir Punching Bag. The first. Soon to be new head of Punching Bag's retail organization, Pro.
Hang on!
Wait a minute, witness. What's that, Blue Squall? You're that guy from the previous trial. Just what the heck's happened to you? You look like you've been on one of those ultimate makeover shows. Whatever do you mean? My name is Amir Punching Bags First. Soon to be the head of Punching Bags retail organization, Pro. What is the meaning of this, Inquisitor? I do not care to delve into this witness's personal affairs. Looks like he remembers him all too well. Witness, pray continue. Defenders, shut the hell up. What? Okay, yeah, Miss Primstone, I remember her. Oh, dearie me, it is I who usually ask the questions. I am, you see, but a humble teacher. Call me Miss Primstone. The children of Labyrinthia Primary School have the privilege of learning the truths about this world from me. An elementary school teacher, huh? Good to know at least one witness seems sensible. For now. And badly. The winds carry my songs, it's badly stringing along. Parrot and bard, ensemble avant-garde. Nice. My faithful muse here is Cracker the musical parrot. No one understands music like Cracker, aside from me, naturally. There's a parrot on the witness stand. At least it's not another goat.
What a smart bird. He just imitated that teacher perfectly.
No! Luke! I was expecting the butler, not Luke! Luke, you know it wasn't Maya that did it. You know it. You know in the prophecy we don't have it. Yes, we do. It's in items. The prophecy, the story story written by the storyteller before Professor Layton's very eyes, telling of a man being killed by a golden curse and a woman being tried for the crime. Luke, you were there. You know it wasn't Maya. Oh. Notice Miss Primstone bears a resemblance to the telegraph operator from Great Ace Attorney Adventures. I think she was among a favorite among the artists. I thought that her design seemed a little familiar.
I'm Luke Triton. My occupation is the Professor's apprentice.
Luke? Luke, but why? Luke! What are you doing there?
I made up my mind. I'm doing this for the Professor. A gentleman has to pursue the truth.
As long as you don't lie, Luke. As long as you don't lie, then this is fine. As long as you're here to just be an accurate witness. Because we need those once in a while. As long as you're here to tell it how it is, to not make up any accusations, or throw Maya under the bus, just be like, I walked in, this is what I saw. No embellishing the truth, Luke, or I'll have ya. But, Luke, that's where the Inquisition's witnesses stand.
Exactly. I'll never forgive that witch.
Okay, sure. You're allowed to be upset. Don't blame Maya. If I hear you blame Maya, I will be mad. She's your buddy. You guys were like besties. You better not blame her. Be mad at the witch, that's fine. A gentleman shouldn't glare at people as if he wants to hit them in the face.
Luke.
Your friend today can be your enemy tomorrow. Such is the hard reality of the battlefield. He didn't say anything about Maya being the witch. He's just mad at the witch, okay? He's grieving. He's allowed to grieve. Witnesses, we will now hear your testimonies. Tell us all of this wicked incident which you have been unfortunate enough to witness. Just don't make me mad, Luke. You keep it to the facts. Unlike I'm sure the rest of these witnesses are not going to do. I heard a scream and an incantation, and then when I entered the room, the victim was already all shiny.
Mayhaps something caused discord between the erstwhile friends. Mr. Silkhat had a knife at the ready in his hand.
He did? A victim of magic sparkly and done for. I heard the staff fall on the floor.
The Professor must have seen through...
Luke! I was rooting for you, Luke. Luke. Ugh. I said keep it to the facts, Luke. You know she's not a... Oh my gosh. You better have a good reason for this. No trust.
The Professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her right there, face to face.
You know that's not why he was there. You know that's not why... Luke. I see. Thank you all. However, one part of the testimony was somewhat confusing. You there, the singer. Singer? Could you possibly mean me, Beardley the Bard, Your Excellence? Yes, that would be you, singer. This staff that you said sung about. Do we have it? Oh! He has a staff, he's a witch! He is a young boy and he's blinded by grief. Also, he walked in and only saw Maya and a staff and his father figure turned to gold. I know he's grieving, but still. is as you suspect, my lord. This very witch's scepter.
There are 2 different magic gems attached, meaning the perpetrator could have used two types of magic.
Yeah, it would seem so. This gem here enables the use of a gold transmutation spell, Goldor. Goldor. Just the word alone makes the tiny hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Oh, ho, ho. I still want alright. Guess the dreadful incantation that I, a mere punching bag, also heard.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. I have seen that scepter, so I have.
The clank tips over the golden man, the scepter falls, and not the witch's plan.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. How dare she do that to the professor?
Oh, Luke! Oh, poor boy. By the way, this witch's scepter was found on the floor near the victim. If you'll turn your attention to the sketched plans, it was located right here. A scepter dropped by the accused would naturally tumble to exactly that spot.
Objection!
That's conjecture. Inquisitor Barnum, what you're saying amounts to nothing more than a baseless assumption. You are on edge today, Sir Blue Knight. Is it because your friend is on trial? Perhaps you'd better cool yourself down. Well, anyway, the court accepts the scepter as evidence. Thank you, my lord. Goldor. Transmutation spell. Transmutates the caster's target into solid gold. The spell will transmutate the closest target within range. That's going to be important. That's going to be very important. About who is next to who and stuff. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you something? What is it now, Sir Blue Knight? We know that one of the gems is for the spell Goldor, but what about the other one? Yes, what's the other one? A naive question. It doesn't matter because only the gold spell mat was used. Well, burn my biscuits. Huh? Naivete may be of no hindrance to a baker who spends most of his time amidst bread, but it can be your undoing here in court. Would a knight put a weapon in his enemy's hand? He's telling me to do my homework, huh? What? Your Honor, the Inquisitor is being vague. Your Honor, my lord, the Inquisitor is hiding vital information from the court about what the other spell is. Can we hold him in contempt?
Mr. Wright, I'll look for information about that magic gem in the Grand Grimoire.
Thank you, Espella. Thank you, Espella. That would be great.
Just leave it to me.
She seems very happy to help. No. The defendant may interrogate the witnesses. Let's go. Alright, I have some questions. You are right, I don't know. That is why I'm asking. Alright, I want to know about this knife. Are you saying you think they quarreled? Oh, little baby Luke.
The other day I saw you all together in this very court, and you were evidently friends.
Well, yeah, that's true, but what's that got to do with...
Now everyone listen carefully. No chatting in the back row. What I say now will be in the next exam. Miss Primstone's lesson number 5. Friendship leads to nothing but trouble.
Oh.
People would not break up and part their ways in anger if they did not become friends in the first place.
You know what? She has a point. The kids in her class must grow up to be model citizens.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. What I saw in that room curdled the blood in my veins. Mr. Silkhat was pointing that glittering knife... ever so threateningly.
Was that Luke? Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Luke. So, Brimstone believes that friendship is tragic.
Hang on!
Is everything okay, Luke?
No, of course it's not okay. The professor was a true gentleman. He doesn't go around stabbing ladies. And no gentleman would go around threatening people with knives.
Oh my... Luke, calm down. Calm down. You're gonna break the table. I couldn't agree more.
Silly boy, I saw your professor pointing a knife. Are you insinuating that I am a liar, you cheeky little whippersnapper? The professor would never do that. You don't know him.
At least Luke's found someone else to antagonize.
Mr. Wright.
What is it? Layton would use a sword, like any gentleman.
I think there was some important information in Miss Primstone's testimony.
Really? You think? Really?
I'm sorry. It's not my place to say things like that.
I didn't notice anything. What could that be? What was Spella about to say? But leave it for later. No, speak. Go ahead. Spella, why don't you tell us all of what you've noticed?
Oh, is that okay? It's just something I'd like to ask Miss Primstone about.
Sure. Or at least a gun if you threaten someone. Do it right. Well, just go ahead and ask her. No one's stopping you, Spella.
Excuse me, Miss Primstone. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, it's you! Miss Spella Cantabella! Miss Primstone, did you actually see the knife that Mr. Layton was holding? I did. As a matter of fact, yes. I remember that glinting blade very well. A most frightening sight it was, too. And you saw that from the door, didn't you? Now, if we look at the sketch... When the incident took place, Mr. Layton must have been facing this way, correct?
That must have been the case, otherwise the witness would not have been able to see it.
Well, that's all I wanted to ask. The more information we have, the better, right?
The direction the professor was facing. That could be important. This information shall be added to the court record. Okay. Yeah, it definitely looks like he's threatening her. Oh, Maya.
I'm sorry I jumped in like that, but I really wanted to help.
Espella, stop apologizing. You did good. Not at all, Espella. We were able to get some more info, which may just come in handy.
You think so?
I think so. Now then, the next witness shall continue with the testimony.
Victim of magic sparkling and done for, I heard the staff fall on the floor.
Now, what did Luke say?
The professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her right there face to face.
Okay. But he didn't do it face to face because he wasn't facing her. But I want to press him on that first.
Hold it!
Luke, open your eyes. Maya isn't a witch.
Ever since we came to this town, lots of unbelievable things have happened. And that's why, from now on, I'll only believe what I see with my own eyes.
Luke.
Luke. When I went into that room, the only people I saw were the professor and Maya, and also this incriminating circle on the floor. And also, we just did a trial where a witch could learn the vanishing spell. The professor had been turned to gold and Maya dropped that scepter. That's not true! What?
Maya.
I didn't have any scepter, and we weren't the only ones in that... Ah!
Silence! The accused has no right to speak. Be silent or you will face punishment. We will drop you into fire. We can end this trial immediately should you decide you feel talkative again. Insane. Insane. Not surprising, but insane.
I'm sorry.
Well, Luke, is that really the truth? Did you really see the scepter?
I don't know. When the professor turned to gold and collapsed right in front of me, everything seemed to fade to black.
Oh, Luke.
And then I could have sworn I at least heard Maya drop the scepter.
Let's course correct that sentence. You heard someone drop the scepter. Someone. You don't hear a certain person drop the scepter. The scepter was found at the scene of the crime, and that is the unavoidable truth. Sure. What's up with these witches and always dropping their scepters? Only the accused could have dropped it. This isn't looking good.
I feel so sorry for Luke.
Yeah, poor boy. He's so full of anger and despair that he can't think clearly. Butterfingers, the lot of them.
He said he can't forgive the witch. I understand how he feels.
Anyway, I need to find a way to calm Luke down first of all. Yeah. Okay, I think we present the floor plans on Luke's statement, because he says the keywords being face to face.
Objection!
Yeah, I thought so. Luke, you said that you will only believe what you see with your own eyes. Then don't lie to this court, boy! Well, what you think you saw may not be the whole truth.
Huh? What do you mean?
Take a close look at the sketch of the crime scene. At the time of the incident, Professor Layton and Maya were standing here. Now we have learned from Miss Primstone's testimony which way the professor was facing. He was facing this way.
Oh!
You've testified the professor confronted Maya face to face. But looking at the sketch of where they were standing, one thing is clear. There is a contradiction in your testimony.
What? Oh, he's so tiny!
Objection!
Oh.
Whether they were facing each other or not is of no relevance whatsoever. They were the only ones in that room. One was a victim, and thus the other must be the witch. Ah, as it goes. I'll ask you to wait before jumping to conclusions, Inquisitor. Ooh, ooh, get him, destroy him. Think back to Miss Primstone's testimony. Barnum is quite the wind-up to his desk slam. He puts his all into it. She told us that the professor was pointing a knife at someone threateningly. However, you can see in the sketch that he wasn't threatening Maya. So then, who was he pointing the knife at? Oh. Luke? What is it?
The professor would never point a knife at anyone. I was the one who opened the door to that room, so I was the first witness and I saw no knife.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the cutscene. I don't, because I do not remember Layton having a knife.
Miss Primstone's testimony is not reliable. Oh, dearie me, will you look at this child sputtering nonsense and talking badly of his elders?
Inquisitor Barnum. Yes, my lord. This could be solved really easily. Was there a knife? Either in the room or on the gold statue? It should pose no difficulty to verify whether or not the victim had a knife. Exactly. Like, we don't need to do a ring around the rosy of this. After all, that sparkling golden body of his. Out of context. Wild sentence. That sparkling golden body of his has been found at the scene of the crime, has it not? What a sparkly, sparkly man. Indeed it has, my lord. In fact, we have it here in this very courtroom. If you look under your seat, you will find the pieces of Layton's golden body. Oh my god, they're actually bringing him in. Professor Layton is a god, my gosh, look at him. Court attendants, you heard the judge. Bring the victim into the courtroom. Seems like they're gonna bring the golden statue. Professor, oh, don't make him look. Oh, he's so sparkly. Oh, his arm. Look at that. So did you recover his arm? Like, where'd his arm go? Did it get damaged in transit? It broke when it fell, I remember that. Professor! Professor! Oh, look. This is so sad. So this is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. It looks like work of the finest artisans. We should put him in a museum. I assure you it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found. What? Okay, so things were clearly moved and taken from the crime scene. Okay? Which means there was a third party involved. If you see him get turned to gold, fall over, break his arm, whatever. And all the witnesses are there and see it happen. If his arm suddenly disappears, there was something else at play.
I can't believe this. Professor!
I suppose we should add the victim to the evidence. A poor professor who, while searching for evidence, became evidence. Oh, the golden Layton. Professor Layton turned into gold through the spell Goldor. The right arm is missing. Layton is gold. Oh. Stay golden, Layton. Oh, I thought I was gonna be able to examine him. This is unfortunate. I thought the evidence would be as good as gold. Nice. But although it technically is, we are still no closer to discerning whether or not the victim was holding a knife.
Hold it!
Let me speak, please, Maya! Maya, they're going to drop you into the fire. Maya, they've burned witches for less.
The professor didn't have a knife, and also, there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too. Please believe me.
That'd be a heavy statue. Gold is not light. Accused, do I really need to warn you again? Inside the cage, you are to behave like a bird that has forgotten its song. Speak again and you shall be punished. Or are you in particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird? Oh.
Objection!
But it's true that someone else could have been at the crime scene. Look at the sketch. The victim was facing towards someone and that person wasn't Maya. Sir Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise. Huh? You do not know what transpired at the crime scene. You think this man was pointing at another person, you say? Let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court, other than you, knows what Sir Hat was pointing at.
What?
Well, honorable witnesses, is that not so? I am here punching bag. I love me some gossiping stories of the occult. Elusive like mist, the magical beast, its chilling breath brings about death. Oh, dearie me. You could use some education, Blue Knight. I can offer you private tuition, but it will not come cheap.
If the professor wasn't confronting Maya...
Witnesses, you will now testify. Tell us about this other presence at the crime scene. Go on. Give it your all. A shadow. Well, know what happened to the alchemist, so this case is no mystery.
Same place, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out and she dropped that magic scepter.
The truth obscured by a twisted ruse, the witch couldn't vanish but did confuse.
It happened because the professor unraveled the mystery behind all these witches.
So I knew this would happen. But it would have made all the jokes about Maya getting arrested even if not. Yeah. It's just her destiny. The same magic trick was used. They are referring to an incident from 3 months ago. Yeah. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room. Her solo destiny. It was the master of that residence, Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist. Ooh. Death by strangulation? That doesn't seem like a witch murder. He suffered death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on his neck. He had locked himself in his study and the key was still in his pocket. In other words, no one could have entered that room. The perpetrator disappeared from a locked room, just like in this case. A large amount of powdered medicine was spilt all over the floor. Only witches know how to strangle men. Powdered medicine? Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He possessed various medicinal concoctions. Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered the room, clear footprints would have remained. Yet there were none. Dumb. Dumb reasoning. Dumb reasoning. Could have stepped around the powder. Could have moved around the powder. Could have shuffled the powder back, like, and moved it to get rid of the the footprints. Dumb reasoning, Inquisitor.
That's the kind of mystery that the professor would have loved to solve. Oh!
Thus, there were 2 unnatural circumstances to Sir Belduke's death. The culprit's disappearance from a locked room, and the fact that they appeared not to have walked on the floor. It's almost as if they flew away.
In other words, it couldn't have been the Dimir magic that was used in my case the other day.
Seems like the killer levitated above the floor, strangled Belduke, and vanished into thin air. All about a day's work. But what does that have to do with this trial? It has been 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still haven't been able to find the witch responsible. And they're gonna blame Maya for it. But now, having eluded us for so long. Also, Hades Town again, I spent half the time wondering if I had just forgotten Hades used the cane because it is very in character. That witch has finally been brought before this court. We will have justice. What? No way. Now he thinks Maya killed the alchemist too. Maya can't even catch a break. We weren't even here back then, but it's not like I can explain that to him. Well then, why don't you interrogate the witnesses? Now that you're aware of the connection between the 2 murders, no.
Objection!
I'm not. You can't be serious. 3 months ago, we weren't even... Defender, you may interrogate the witnesses. Your Honor, I would like motive. I would like the Inquisitor to establish motive, please, for the alchemist's death, if he's gonna be throwing that in the ring. Sure, I could see motive for, I guess, Layton's death. Sure. They knew each other, they were fighting, whatever. What is the connection between Maya and this alchemist? Where does the motive even begin there? I would like to hear the Inquisitor tell me so before we throw that in. It's because Maya was at the Devil's Sacrament. May their testimonies lead us to the truth. Okay. Well, I know what happened to the alchemist, so this case is no mystery.
Hold it!
Ask Yanni Yogi, he said that. You're talking about Mr. Belduke's murder, which took place in a locked room? Yeah, this shock, alright. Everyone's talking about it. People don't say this out loud, but you know, eh? You're thinking it too, eh? I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. Ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist. An alchemist! Alchemy's just like magic, ain't it? Sir Belduke was a man. Only a woman can be a witch, as we've established last time. They keep saying that. I hope a man ends up being a witch in one of these cases. Really throw them through loops, and they're like, our whole world got turned upside down. What do you mean? What's more, witchcraft has nothing to do with alchemy. They're different somehow. Yeah, only if it's a man doing it. That's the difference. A woman practicing alchemy, witch. Man practicing alchemy, just the guy. Just the normal guy. Oh. Alchemy is the mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature. Or so it is said. It's like magic. Well, that sounds a lot like magic to me. Alchemy is incomprehensible to regular people, so magic really. And you know, a couple of days before the witch got him, there was no lightning that struck. Lightning? Glad you're asking, because I like telling that one. All of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue sky, there was this bolt from the sky. Only it wasn't blue. Sky lit up and turned blood red, and then out of nowhere, an old-looking bell tower appeared in a burst of flames. Makes you realise Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, though. You have strayed off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse and not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later.
Hold it!
Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Primstone?
You could say I'm a scholar, and my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft.
She's a witch. Get her. She's a witch. She knows about witchcraft. Lock her up. She did it.
Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that
Must have been used this time. She's an expert. And she's a woman. Get her. The magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere glided through the air and vanished after making the kill.
Indeed, yes, and the witch's scepter confirms my theory.
A brilliant deduction. I am honored to have studied under an excellent teacher such as yourself, Miss Primstone. She was his teacher? Actually, I guess that kind of explains a lot. Ooh, we got more profiles, I bet.
Yes.
A mere punching bag. A witness calls himself a mere punching bag the first and looks gaudier than before. Miss Primstone, a witness. Primary school teacher, keeps saying, oh dearie dearie me. Birdley, a witness. A gifted minstrel accompanied by a parrot. Luke Triton, a witness. Oh, The victim's self-proclaimed apprentice, shocked by the incident. Oh, Luke. Our occult crime analysis have arrived at the same conclusion.
Mr. Wright, I found it. The page about the purple magic gem.
This game learned the secret to making a good case 3 is calling it Chapter 4.
The spell's called Familia.
Familia? What does it do? The spell... Oh, so now you're gonna tell me. I had to figure out what the spell, the gem was myself before you would explain it to me. Boy. You could have just told me earlier. The spell Familia, bound within this purple gem, is used to summon a familiar. Familiar? Familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, and vanish when their task is accomplished. They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits used by witches to perform outrageous crimes. Oh. Evil spirits? Are you saying that the witch used the familiar too? Read, this is the case I like in this game. It was a familiar that took Sir Belduke's life, and now it has appeared again. Sir Silkhat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. But what good is a knife against an occult creature? It completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished. Thus bringing us to the conclusion that Sir Belduke and Sir Silkhat were both killed by the same witch. But what? Okay, but why would she need a familiar for this murder? Like, does she just turn him to gold? What? Oh, shoot. Oh, I missed what he said. Hold on, let me watch the playback. What an unexpected turn of events. The two incidents have been shown to be connected, due to the same witch's scepter having been used in both cases. Talia Magica updated in the court record. A magic scepter used for casting spells contains the Goldor and Familia magic gems. Do we have that in the grimoire yet? Okay, there it is. Familia, shadow familiar spell. Summons forth a magical familiar from the shadows, although it possesses a physical form and is completely weightless. Interesting. Weightless. So does it being weightless prevent it from, like, strangulation? Like, strangling people? Because it wouldn't really have any pressure, but I'm done. I'm not going to get into the logistics.
Oh, this is terrible. Now Maya's accused of 2 murders.
Oh, dearie me, I was right as always.
This gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now, I shall divulge what really happened.
We are all ears, Miss Primstone.
That hatmaker was pointing the knife at the witch's familiar.
For what? For why?
Did you actually see the familiar? Oh, dearie me. No, I did not. When that boy opened the door, the familiar had just disappeared. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we all would have seen it. Don't blame— what? Blaming Luke for not opening the door fast enough? Oh my god. If he were my student, I would have made him short to teach him not to dilly-dally.
Oh, Luke. Luke and Miss Primstone have so much beef, and I love it.
Hang on!
Is everything all right, Luke? You seem to be deep thought about something.
No, it's not right at all.
Is there something in Miss Primstone's testimony that you'd like to comment on?
That's what I keep telling you. The professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone. Dearie me. What an impertinent child. I'm telling you, I saw a knife.
And if you were my teacher, I'd put myself in detention.
I distinctly saw the glint of a sharp blade.
Objection!
any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing. As such, there's no proof that he had a knife.
Objection!
There's no proof he didn't have a knife. That is but a mere detail. It matters not.
A mere detail matters not.
Oh my. Anyhow, I wonder, where could that missing arm be? 'Tis the question.
Yeah, that ought to be looked into.
Oh, who was that? There's no, like, little physical notification down here. It's all sound-based.
Hang on!
Mister, do you have something you'd like to share with us? Mr. Amir. It's Mr. Amir punching back to you, Bluey.
Bluey?
Like see you all show some respect for a future man of wealth such as me. Seem to be looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches. I can look wherever I bleedin' please. Anyway, why you looking at me like that? I don't know about that golden bloke's right arm. Oh my god. He stole it.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
What is it, Espella?
I may be wrong, but there's something about that man. Wouldn't you say he looks suspicious?
Really? Oh, Amir. It's not just you. Everything about him is so shady, it makes me want to double check my pockets. Mr. Amir, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm. Pretended? Oh, I told you I know nothing. Nada, zero, nil. Oh, I ain't seen it, or heard about it, or put it in me pocket. Your Honor, permission to check the victim's pocket? Put it in your pocket? How did you fit his arm in your pocket? It wasn't me, honest. Seriously, I got nothing to do with it.
Objection!
Oh, what the?
Mia! You lying, cheating, good for nothing! You tried to deceive me!
Oh! Order? Order? Who is that person? Is this gonna happen every trial? Oh, I know who I am. I'm Price, the pawnbroker. And this man is a shameless cheating bum. He had the nerve to lie to me. What did he lie to you about? I'll tell you. On the day of the crime, Amir came to my shop. He walked up to me saying he'd got his hands on a superb work of art, rare as gold dust. I think I know where this is going. That work of art. Could it be? I've got it right here. Oh. He was just pointing his finger. Just like I thought. That's... Oh my.
Professor! It's the professor's arm!
Oh, where'd the other two witnesses go? It's pure gold, exquisitely crafted. It was entitled Towards Tomorrow, or something like that. I've never seen a piece of gold so fine before. Suspecting nothing, I paid that rascal a rather handsome sum. Who would have thought? And what am I hearing now? That there was a human arm, no less. You, sir, are a monster. You're as bad as a which is familiar yourself. Oh, I didn't know it was his arm, I swear. Oh, I saw it, it was already like that. You see a man turned to gold, and you see an arm made of gold beside him, and you go, it's probably not connected. What do you mean? I was last to the scene and it caught me out right away. That golden arm pointing up at the ceiling with such optimism and authority. I thought it looks like it's showing me the way to a better, brighter, richer tomorrow. To me, it was a work of art, a precious one at that. And then it's found its way into your pocket and you pawned it. You mounted it on a crude stand, gave it a tawdry title, and passed it off as some kind of a sculpture. Yeah, I guess I did do that. Don't try and look away from the truth now. Darn it, I can look whatever I don't please. Or look away from the foxy forward to the future, always look on the bright side. That's a mere punching bag's motto. Aww. Aww. Where were we now? Yes, the victim's arm has been successfully reattached by one of our masterful craftsmen. I'm going to stick this arm with a pointing finger into my pocket for reasons. Knights of the Court, you may resume the Inquisition. At least one thing's clear now. So everyone can see the victim definitely wasn't holding a knife. Oh, dear me, it seems I may have been mistaken after all. Super glue is amazing. They turn Professor Layton back to human and his arm just completely just falls off.
When you think about it, the victim had already been turned to gold when we entered the room.
He is so sparkly. According to the witnesses' testimonies, that was the case, yes.
But then I'm sure you'll concede that it was easy to mistake that glittering pointing finger for a knife.
No. Indeed, the victim's finger has a glint to it resembling that of a sword's edge. Such a sense of power and intensity. It's enough to send a shiver down the spine of anyone being pointed at. My arm fell off. This reminds me of a puzzle.
No puzzle is a match for the power of the professor's pointing finger.
I guess no one remembers I'm known for pointing like that too. Hey, pointing is my thing.
I think your pointing finger makes quite an impression too, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, Espella. That warms my heart to hear you say that. She's just taking pity on me. Is that all you had to say, Sir Blue Knight? Huh? As I said before, whether the victim had a knife or not is completely irrelevant. Yeah, what we said. You better apologize to me now. No. Badgering me for no reason like that. Brother, you stole a man's arm. Is that all there is to it, or could that arm hold some other clues?
We've come this far. Maybe there's something else you could ask about.
She's right, I need to ask some more questions. Well then, Mr. Amir, perhaps you could tell me one more thing about that arm. When did you find it? How much did you pawn it for? Where was it lying? Ooh, yes. You said you found the arm on the floor pointing upwards, you said. Do they burn thieves? Yeah, I did. Only if they're women. Finders keepers, I say. I was pointing straight up at the ceiling. The arm somehow happened to fall down in such a way that it landed upright, which seems improbable. What are the odds of that? Actually, that reminds me of a puzzle. We just start doing a puzzle right now. Now, if you could just show us on this floor plan here. I'd like to know the exact spot where you found the victim's arm. Sure, I remember that well. It was right here. Huh. Interesting. The VGCW, Video Game Championship Wrestling, did a tag team with Wright and Layton, and later the women's spin-off did Catriel and Trucy, and then they did a Halloween episode where they dressed as their dads. Aww. Cute. Yes. But in an Ace Attorney game, impossible happens a lot. As it does. That's where you would expect it to have fallen. Now, if that's where it was, then something's definitely not right. Yeah, there's a lot that's not right. If you keep looking at that sketch so intensely, you shall burn a hole in it. Or perhaps you're going to claim there's a contradiction in it somewhere. That's what I'm known for. Poking contradictions. This arm is the final clue left by the professor. Even after turning to gold, he was pointing out something important. Namely, the key to solving this case. Well, Defender, do you see any problems in the locations as marked on the sketch? Nah, everything's fine. Of course there's a problem. Of course there is. Of course there's a problem. Psh, and where would that be precisely? The professor's arm has armed me with some vital evidence. Hey! Its location leads to a huge contradiction.
You look like the professor when you do that.
This time the puzzles are full of contradictions, the initial trailer. In that case, why don't you enlighten us and show us this so-called contradiction? What contradiction does the victim's arm create?
I don't know. Guys, I don't know.
I guess it's blocking the scepter that Maya supposedly dropped, I guess. That's all I can think of.
Got it.
The contradiction is right here. And this is the witch's scepter. I guess that was right. Let's go over the order of events as per the witnesses' testimonies. First, the witch cast the spell on the professor, turning him to gold. When all of you rushed to the crime scene, the golden statue fell down, making a loud noise. Next, the witch dropped the scepter. What are you getting at, Sir Blue Knight? All witnesses agree with this order of events. That's right, they all agree that's how it happened. But then there's the arm. Well, what about it? Spit it out. Let's assume that Maya was the witch. Now look at the sketch again. The witch dropped the scepter after having turned the professor into gold. The scepter tumbled along the floor and was found here, as asserted by the prosecution. Inquisition, Phoenix, Inquisition. However, that would be impossible. There's no way it could have been there. Oh, I see it now. That arm, it was... I'm glad you seem to have noticed. The victim's arm was on the floor right here, standing on its end. Therefore, the scepter couldn't possibly have fallen that way. Ergo, it couldn't have been the defendant who dropped the scepter. In other words, Maya is not a witch. Order, order, order! How can this be? The Inquisition's reasoning has been proven invalid through just one single piece of unusual evidence. Call it Layton's magical touch. Oh? Oh? Okay. The professor sacrificed his arm to leave us just the evidence needed to turn this thing around. Did he do it on purpose? I feel like he could not have foreseen. I mean, he's Layton. He is very smart, very puzzle-oriented. Did he really think that far ahead? To leave us just the evidence needed to turn this thing around.
That was amazing, Mr. Wright.
The statue winks knowingly.
Professor.
Objection!
An admirable deduction, Sir Blue Knight. That I cannot deny. Even if we are to assume your reasoning is correct and that girl in the cage is not a witch. Even if... In the many trials I've attended, I have become well versed in certain aspects of magic. Oh. Let's see if I can catch it in the replay. In the many trials I've attended, I've become well versed in certain aspects of magic. I'm well to. Oh, yeah. I have no idea what he said. No one can resist such a maddening influence. What are you trying to say, Inquisitor? The scepter could not have tumbled across the floor if the arm were in its way. Also, I'm imagining squeaky toy noises being made when lawyers slam the desks. However, can we be sure that is where the arm was? Are all of the witnesses able to confirm its location at the time?
Objection!
We've heard what they had to say several times now. They agreed that the scepter fell after the victim fell over.
Objection!
And that's not what he was asking, though. He was asking... Oh. I guess he was asking that, too. And yet no one actually saw the scepter being dropped. Witnesses, think back to that incident once more. Did the golden statue fall over first, or did the staff fall before it? Think carefully about what you have seen and heard. Everything hinges on your testimonies. May your words guide us to the truth and decide the fate of this caged witch. Why'd they swap positions? I was about to get ready to leave, but it seems there is need for further questioning. Testify once more, witnesses. Tell us of the golden statue and of the Talia Magica.
Oh. I was only focusing on the professor, so I don't remember much else.
I know, got there, lass. Besides, that thing was glittering away, so I couldn't see much else. Okay, they're both useless. Bewitched by love or beloved by a witch, the poor cove knows not which is which. That's what are you talking about?
Dear me, I remember. How obvious it seems now. The staff was dropped before the statue fell over.
Girl, I am going to lose it with you. Whoa, wait a minute. What you all said just now is totally different from your previous testimonies. Your Honor, the prosecution is leading the witnesses. Sir Blue Knight, you are starting to notice it now, aren't you? That is the way of magic. Such is the effect this black art tends to have upon those who witness it. The witnesses are not lying, but simply having trouble remembering the truth until I infect it in their brains. Until I tell them how they need to remember things. What a convenient excuse. Confronted with magic, their brains turn to mush, huh? Ever since our ancestors drank from the fountains of wisdom and obtained the capacity for reason, witchcraft has been the one thing to remain incomprehensible even to the most intelligent of us. Nevertheless, the onus is on us to stand up against magic and pass judgment on these witches. And so here we are doing battle with the weapons of the wise. Words. With words we shall pass judgment upon this supposed witch. Magic spell, forget about it. Forget about it. Defender, you may begin your interrogation and help us arrive at the truth. Okay, the first two were not very helpful. They're just like, I don't remember, I was busy. We'll come back if we need to come back to them, but
Hold it!
What are you saying? Would you mind translating your song into plain speech? I shall simplify it once more just for you, esteemed knight of the court. First of all, let's talk about love. It's a pretty neat slant rhyme for loaf. Are you saying loaf or love? Because it's a... A cove is slang for a chap, you see. Also, who I heard someone go off. Hello.
Hang on!
Mr. Amir, you seem to be pondering something very deeply. What? You caught me unawares there, Bluey. Did something in Mr. Birdley's statement catch your attention just now? No, nothing in particular. I was just thinking. That bold song really got to me. Really kind of feel it in my heart. I appreciate your appreciation of my art. You know what? I meant to ask you something. Once you become... Is this relevant? Once you become me private bard, you could sing all about the heroic life of a mere punching bag the first. I will gladly sing of your adventures if it pleases you, kind sir. Well, that's exactly what I want. Show me what you've got. Very well, as per your request. Oh, grand a mere punching bag the first, will near fortune quench your thirst. Having bravely filched the golden arm, now you've duped the pawn shop man. Hope my song was to your liking, sir. Oh, yeah, very poetic. Your drinking manner is quite inspiring, but whatever is that skull bottle hiding? So we've learned nothing useful at all, just that Amir has questionable taste in music. Sometimes it is best not to probe too deeply, Sir Blue Knight. I think that's the first time we've ever questioned somebody going off, and it didn't prove relevant. That was oh, unless it was relevant. I don't think it was, though. Well, then let us pretend we heard none of that and proceed with the interrogation. Okay, wait. So what was the rest of what he... Cove rhymes with stove. Love rhymes with dove. A slant rhyme would be if you make cove rhyme with love. Yeah.
Hold it!
What was the rest of what he was gonna say before the interruption? Then we have the word witch and its homophone witch. Right. Next we have the delightful consonants of beloved and bewitched. It is ultimately a song about confusion. Okay, so you just... Maybe there was nothing useful here. I'm confused. To be honest, there's nothing more to it. It's merely an artistic expression of my feelings. So it's got nothing to do with this case, does it? I am a well of melodious words and poetic music, that is my only claim.
No way!
Oh, dearie, dearie me. That was Luke. You got something to say, Luke?
Hang on!
Luke, would you like to say something?
Oh, sorry. Guess I spaced out a bit.
What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you also going to provide nothing useful? You seem to be thinking pretty hard about something during Mr. Birdley's song, testimony just now. Is there something you'd like to share with us?
Well, I've been thinking about what Mr. Barnum said a while ago.
What was that exactly?
That humans who witness magic become confused and lose sight of what's real. And they end up not knowing what actually happened. Well, I was thinking Mr. Barnum might be right. And then it occurred to me that there might be a way. I mean, we do have with us...
Luke. Luke, please don't tell me this is going where I think it's going. Do not say to interrogate the parrot. Do not say to interrogate the parrot.
A witness who isn't human.
Luke.
dearie, dearie me.
This situation seems oddly familiar. Just a little, huh? Just a little familiar. Oh my god.
I asked him earlier if he remembers the events
Clearly or not. You already asked him? When did you have time to talk with the parrot? Were you guys like sitting in the witnesses lobby and was the freaking bard just sitting there while you're just chatting up his parrot?
He said he has a memory better than an elephant and remembers everything perfectly well.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Luke can talk to animals. And Redacted stumbles upon the answer by accident, and what an answer it is. Indeed, 'tis so.
Mr. Wright, I know it sounds crazy, but please let me try. Let me ask Crocker to testify.
No! Not again.
Ah, oh dearie, dearie me.
Should I? No. No. I'm stuck now anyway, and the witnesses' testimonies are all over the place. Yeah, they have nothing useful to offer. A new testimony would be a wild card, but it might just be the thing to turn this trial on its head. It's a crazy idea, alright. If I make a mistake now, it'll put me in a tight spot. Defender, are you still with us? This is not the time nor place for daydreaming. What do you intend to do? It looks as though you've exhausted all means for a counterattack, Sir Knight in Blue. Is it not time you drop your sword? Oh, hey, don't do that animation. Do not do that animation. I'm getting flashbacks. If you have no further questions for the witnesses, Defender, I will consider your interrogation finished. What will it be then? Are we finished here? Of course we're not finished here. I've got zero time to think it over. Better make a choice now. Should I summon the parrot as a witness? Your Honor, put the parrot on the stand. Your Honor, the defense would like to summon a new witness. A new witness, you say? I'm an expert at this point. Who do you have in mind? It's a witness you all know, by the name of Mr. Cracker. Mr. Cracker? So formal. Please, call me Cracker. Mr. Cracker was my father. I know of no man by that name. Mr. Cracker! The defense summons its new witness, Mr. Cracker the Parrot. At least this time, we've got someone who can understand what the animal's saying. A parrot as a witness? Unheard of, never before seen. I'm going to question the only reliable witness we have, the parrot. This is the witch's court. Joking around will be considered contempt of court.
Objection!
Mr. Cracker witnessed the crime. He saw it happen, and he heard it too. He's as valid a witness as the others.
Objection!
Hell yeah, he is. No, no, no. My foolproof plan. That bird is nothing but a pet animal. Referring to it as Mr. will not change that.
Objection!
Humans are confused by magic to the extent that they lose sight of what's real. That's what you said yourself, Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum. Ooh, full name and title.
Objection!
Calling me by my full name does not help justify such brash foolishness. The Inquisition is against interrogating a parrot. By the way, kind sirs, I suppose you should know that my dear companion never forgets a sound he hears. Gasp. He remembers everything he hears, huh?
It's definitely worth asking Cracker to testify.
Barnum, this trial is a farce. Therefore, what difference will one more farce make? Also, Von Karma reference. The court sees the situation as follows. The witnesses' testimonies do not hold together. In fact, they are as erratic as that bard's songs. I cannot see this trial getting any more confusing. Very well, the defense may summon this avian witness.
Can you believe it? What's up with Mr. Bluesuit summoning a parrot as a witness? Summoning? Does he mean like how the familiar was summoned?
By hook or by crook, I'll do whatever I can to save Maya. Be it summoning a parrot or a familiar, whatever it takes. Within the boundaries of the law, of course. Is this within the boundaries of the law? Alright. Witness, please state your... Not so fast. I hardly even know where to begin, but... First of all... What's the matter with that boy looking so pleased with himself? He looks like the cat that got the cream.
That'd be me, wouldn't it? Oh. Don't mind me, just think of me as a perch for Cracker, that's all.
And just what is the purpose of questioning a bird? A parrot may be able to repeat what others say, but it cannot talk on its own.
Objection!
It's precisely because Cracker doesn't talk in his own words that he's certain to tell us the truth.
What?
Cracker remembers every sound he hears, even just the ones with absolute perfection. So let's have him testify exactly what he heard.
And if Cracker can repeat every sound, I say this should be a valuable testimony. This boy talks to animals. He is a wizard. We don't have laws for those. I cannot believe this is happening. He is losing his mind. A witness that cannot talk will not lie either. This idea is much to my liking. Well then, may our new witness Cracker testify to the court. We wish to know exactly what you heard from the beginning of the incident. Oh my gosh. You know what? The golden statue and the scepter. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm dreading my future self for having to cross-examine a parrot tomorrow when I stream again, but I do have to end now. What a great place to leave off on. I will wash my hands from this madness. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the stream today. Bye! I'm gonna send you guys off on a raid. There we go. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been fun. I'll be back again tomorrow, most likely. Where we're going to interrogate a parrot for the first time ever in Ace Attorney. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Never interrogated a parrot on a witness stand before. New territory. Someone joined a Discord being banned 2 years ago because the owner got hacked. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been lots of fun. I'm really enjoying this case. Poor Luke. My poor boy. My poor sweet boy. Anyway, sending you off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.